Well, hello, my red block classes for math. Again, obviously, I am not here today. I apologize, but I got a sick son at home, so I'm going to be giving you some instructions on what to do during math class with Mrs. Nelson here as your amazing substitute. So, you are actually going to go to the Plaza Middle School homepage and kind of click as I click. So, hopefully, you're logged on by now. If not, Mrs. Nelson can just pause the video real quick and resume it when everyone's logged in and ready to go on their laptop. You need to get to the Plaza Middle School homepage, and you're going to go where I go. Just to let you know, we're going to digits. So hopefully you know how to do that already, and maybe you can kind of speed this process up. But I am obviously going into Power School Online Grades, and this is where you enter your S number, and I'm actually going to use Emma's login information, and hopefully Emma, hopefully you don't mind, but I want to show what it looks like from the student side. So I'm logging in as Emma. And as always, we go to Pearson Courses. And notice that I'm actually using Internet Explorer right now. For some reason, Chrome wasn't working for me, so I'm using Internet Explorer. Now, you might have success with Chrome, I don't know. But here I am using Internet Explorer. So I am into Emma's page here. Obviously, it's Emma Will in the upper right-hand corner. And here's what you're going to do today. You're actually going to be learning the distributive property. And I will admit, this is kind of a tough lesson. So you're going to be partnering up here in a little bit, and Mrs. Nelson's going to make sure that you're all actually working. So please don't just pick your bestie, because you might not actually work. So kind of seek out the people. If you're one of the kids in here that thinks you're doing pretty well in math, maybe seek out some of the students that you think are struggling and work with them rather than just working with your friends. Pick the people that you think are struggling. If you're one of those kids like Emma who typically learns anything I teach because she's absolutely amazing. So work together, and you're going to tag team and figure out the distributive property. So what you're going to do is you're actually going to go into the practice tab, and you're going to go through the lesson as if I was teaching it. So up here next to the pencil, I'm clicking on practice. And then notice on the whiteboard that it should say lesson 2-5, use the distributive property. And this is located under Unit A. So again, you're clicking with me, pulling up what I'm pulling up. So you're going to go Unit A and click the plus button. And then we are currently in Topic 2 under Equivalent Expressions. So we click that drop down, plus sign. And like I said, it's lesson 2-5, the distributive property. So you go ahead and click on that. And up launches that pre-made PowerPoint that I would have used to have taught had I been here today, but unfortunately I'm not. You're going to go through this and learn it with a partner. So go through every example, every page, and use your workbook at the exact same time. And so if you got your workbook out as well, if you haven't got that yet, Mrs. Nelson can pause the video. You can snag this, and your homework is going to be pages 43, and notice 43 here says launch. This is all about some pictures, it looks like, that you're going to be painting. And notice if I'm in the launch section, I'm going to scroll down a little bit and go to page 2. And then this is the exact launch question that you have here in your workbook that you need to solve. So you're going to go through this with a partner, and you're going to solve these pages 43 through, it looks like 46. And I will be honest, this lesson is kind of difficult. So I'm kind of a little worried to have you try this one, but you're going to give it a shot. Sometimes challenges are fun. I've gone over this. If you've ever played volleyball before, and you hit the ball over the net and it never comes back, is that going to be fun at all? No! That's going to be boring. You want some challenges. So I'll be honest, this lesson's kind of difficult, but you're going to tag team this, partner up, and go through this stuff together. So try and solve this one. Keep in mind, if you're having difficulties, you can always click on solution, and then it'll show you the answer. But keep in mind, I don't want you cheating and just clicking solution. This is kind of a once you think you're done already type move. Okay, that's kind of a last resort. You try it first. Go through every single slide. So once you get this launch done and figured out, you can check your solution and then go on to slide 3. And then, you read through this, you read the question, and start to have you think about the distributive property. You then go into examples up here in the upper left, and the key concept comes in. And I think Mr. I can't remember this guy's name, but you can click play.
Multiplying a number by a sum gives the same result as multiple.
And I'm not going to go through the whole thing there, but Mr. Little Superhero guy flies in. You have to watch a little 4-minute video to help teach you the distributive property. Notice that down here in the lower right it says 1 of 1, so that means I'm done with this key concept after I've watched this video. Then I move into part 1. I just clicked on part 1. And remember, if it says got it here on the screen, that it means that you should have that got it page in your workbook. Now, this one doesn't say got it, but it doesn't mean I want you skipping it. I want you working this out with your partner using your spiral. So read this material and try and solve these. This, notice it says 1 of 3. So I'm going to go ahead and, after I've read through this one, go to the next slide. Now, this is an example. You're going to work through this with your partner, and these things look like they're movable. And you're going to work through this on your own laptop, but you're with a partner. So it says, use the rocks to build a bridge across the river. If a rock shows 2 statements that are equivalent by the distributive property, use it to build your bridge. Otherwise, toss the rock aside. So you go through and figure this out together with your partner. When you're done with this little activity, move on to 3 of 3. Now notice this says got it. It's a got it page because you should have got it in your workbook. And let me find that one. Again, we're probably on page 44, and we are. So I'm not sure if you can see this very well, but I'm on page 44 here, and notice that it says got it, and it's use the distributive property and common factors to write an expression equivalent to 15 plus 35. Now keep in mind, if you're struggling with this and you have no idea how to do this, there is show answer choices, so you could pop that on there to maybe give you some ideas. And then obviously there's show correct answer, but keep in mind, I don't want you just clicking on this to just give you the answer. This doesn't teach you anything. You need to know the process. So work through this together, and this is what you're doing. You're going through this entire lesson, and you're going to be solving pages 42 through 46 in your digits workbook, while going through the online digits material. Now, if you get this done, another option is to log into D2L. So I'm going to close this window, and I'm going to get to D2L, and I want to show you some other choices. So again, I'm going to log in using Emma's, so you can see the student version of this. And I'm on D2L. And I'm going to go into Unit A because that's where we're at. So this is kind of the home page, but we're going to go to the math class. So her math class is right here. So I've clicked on the math class. Keep in mind, I'm in D2L now. This is something extra. If you get the digit side done, then go through the D2L side. Now it's saying show all content. I click that, and now my little videos will appear on the screen. But what I want to show you is remember, I've loaded worksheets. So if you get done with the workbook and the online material, there is through digits, you can always pull up the worksheet. So you click on lessons and you go content. And we are currently in lesson 2, obviously, and we're in 2-5. So right here is a worksheet, 2-5, the distributive property, that you could go ahead and download or open, and it'll bring you to a worksheet that for extra resources, for extra practice. So you're going through the distributive property. If you get stuck, call on my best friends, Google it, YouTube it, but keep in mind you're working with a partner. Make sure you're working. Mrs. Nelson's going to be walking around making sure that you're actually working. And if you're getting to be off task, she's going to give you an off task mark and maybe split you up. And I don't want to see or hear that happen. So those are your options. Those are your choices. Obviously, you're in digits first, going through the online material. And then you can go back to your to-do list. After you've gone through the lesson, you can actually solve the online homework. So you can click on the to-do button, and in here should be 2-5 homework. Now Emma's already started this because she's absolutely amazing. I haven't even taught it yet, so this, 40%, it's not a scary number because I haven't taught it yet. Click try again, and you're going through these together, and uploads your online homework for 2-5, and you're going to try and get this completed at 100% level, but you're going to work together. Anytime you get stuck, help me solve this, view an example, video, animations. I've gone over all that. So really the entire hour that you have left is work time with each other. But if Mrs. Nelson sees that you're actually not working with a partner, she's going to split you up. But keep in mind, try to partner up with people that you've never worked with before. But if there's two people that have A's in math and you typically get things, like let me call out two people in class that typically get things. Let's say, I don't know, like Zach and Matt. Zach and Matt are sitting next to each other in my Red Block 3 class, and they typically understand stuff. I don't want you guys working together because you typically know what I teach, and this is kind of a difficult task. So go find someone that you think maybe struggles with math a little bit and help them. I don't want two students working together that typically get math, because then that's a lot of, I mean, hopefully you understand what I'm trying to explain. So good luck with this. If you have any questions, ask Mrs. Nelson. Be on your best behavior. I miss you guys, and I'll be back on Friday, so I'll see you later.